postpin, debug, custom. Got it? Online, you got it? So free meaning tasks don't wait for each other. While the one task is running, the next task will get automatically executed. Okay, so how do you write that? Here we need to put strategy colon linear. That's only. We have wrote so many playbooks till now. Inside that, here we need to put one line called what? Which strategy? Linear. If you don't put it also by default, it is linear. If you want to specifically mention any kind of a strategy, then you put here strategy colon free or linear or debug or postpin. Okay, can you tell me what this is doing? This playbook. Online. Yes. So what is doing? First, use module, pip module. What's that? So pip module. So it uses using yum, you are installing the pip module, and using this pip module, you are installing numpy and then pandas. Just for you, should we do this? It's just a normal thing. If you want pandas, it's just for fun. I put it here. So if you want to install a pip, so this is how you use it. And if you want to install numpy or pandas, so you can use it. But don't ask me what is panda, what is numpy. You need to go and learn Python. Yeah. Okay. So the concept here is, let's start with what here today, roles. Say that whenever we talk about the roles, the first thing that what you're getting in mind is what? IAM roles. Which one? IAM roles. So this is not the IAM roles we are talking about. This is what roles? Ansible roles. Which one? Yes, till now we created so many playbooks, and then each playbook have the different modules. If you tell, so can you tell me a few modules that you know? Yum, service, copy, source, template, right? And then what? Debug, setup, command, raw, shell. If you keep on listing it, handlers, notify, template, which one? Loop. See, without knowing how many modules we have learned already, right? So here, these are all. Right here, these are all basically we did it individually for all the playbooks, yes or no? But the concept of here is roles, meaning it will create a structure for us. What is that? Ansible roles help organize and structure your playbooks by breaking them into reusable components. So basically, they'll simplify automation by grouping related tasks, related handlers, related variables, related templates in a which format? Directory format. Nothing simple. All templates will be in one directory. All variables will be in another directory, and all tasks will be in another directory. All variables will be in another directory. So basically, directory-based structure. For reusable purpose. What purpose? Reusable. So remember, Ansible roles used to divide playbooks into directory structure. So here till now we wrote all the modules in one playbook, but here using roles you can separate it with the different directories. Don't worry, we'll go with the one example. See guys, I already have our Ansible master ready because I already used it for the before one. We have the Ansible master. So here what we do is, let us set up the roles concept. What's that? Roles is directory. What's that? Directory structure. Simple enough. All the tasks you create one directory. All the variables you create another directory. All the users you create separate directory. For web server separate. For Tomcat separate. For every individual thing you have a separate directories, and separate directories have their own playbooks. Let's say for example, I want to install packages. Can you create a separate directory for packages and a playbook for it? And you know how to write a playbook for Apache. Create a directory called web servers, write a playbook for Apache. And you know for the Tomcat also, for example, create a directory called Tomcat and create a playbook for it. And you know how to create users also. Create a directory called users, write a playbook for it. Now, for all the multiple playbooks, write one main playbook, calling all the playbooks inside it. So if you run one playbook, indirectly, multiple playbooks will run. Kind of. This is a concept called roles. Say that. Should we do it? You want role here? Okay. So for that, we need to have a directory structure or not? So we need to create a directory structure first. So let's create a directory called, you can create any names. Okay. I'm just going call where I'm now here in the router. Okay, fine. So mkdir, I'm calling it what? Playbook. Say that. I'll go inside cd playbooks. Okay. Here, let's create a directories. But the directory name should start with roles. Let's create multiple directories. See with me here. Hi Dinesh. Say with me. mkdir-p. Say that. I'm creating multiple directories in one shot. I'm creating a directory called under that. What is that is doing? So it is creating a multiple directories. What are the directories that are creating here? Roles, under the roles, packages, underside, tasks. Inside that I'll create a playbook later. It is for what purpose? Package purpose. Can you tell me? We'll create one more directory structure for users. mkdir-p roles / which one? Users inside this task. Remember, playbook has a task, no? Next, can you tell me a directory structure for web servers? mkdir-p roles web server / task. What I'm doing? I'm just segregating things. Previously, we wrote all the things in one playbook only, no? We have wrote web server there also, to start also, to install packages, everything we wrote in single playbook. Now what we are doing? Dividing. What we are doing? And can I call only a particular playbook to run or not? Yes. You understand the concept of roles? Roles will help you to divide the playbooks into the directories. And each directory have their own playbooks or not? Okay. So now there is a command to, I want to see all the directories. What's the command? We use tree command. Remember tree in Linux? But we need to install the tree first of all. What is that? Yum install -y tree. Okay. See, if I just say tree, see this here. That is structure I created. What I did here, structure I created. Very, very important to understand. Is this clear here? What I did, I created a structure. Packages, separate. Users, separate. Web server, separate. Inside this task directory, I need to create one playbook. Inside this users task directory, I need to create playbook which is related to users. You know how to create users. We'll write all those things. And then here, web server. And here, first one is packages. Should we go and install the packages like Git, Docker, Maven, all this will be going to install? Should we write a playbook? Okay. What is that? Current directory, dot meaning here. You saw this also, Abhishek. this dot meaning what in Linux, sir? Dot meaning. Current directory, present directory. Okay. If you say clear, then only I'll move. Clear? What I did, I'm just segregating, divided the into multiple. Instead, previously what I do, I write everything in one single playbook. No. So installing Git, Maven, I wrote. Installing Apache, I wrote. Starting Apache, I wrote. Everything in single playbook or not? And also, I also taught you by assigning tags. Also, you can run particular task only using tags concept. That also I showed you. But here, using roles concept, we can divide that entire tasks into multiple directories. Task, task, task. Divided into multiple directories. And then here packages, I'll write a playbook only related to task. Reusable purpose. Sumalika. Roles are what purpose? Let me finish this first, and then you'll understand. Okay. So we'll create a playbook individually now. Okay. Where should I create a playbook now? So direction, either you can go CD roles package task, or else directly I'm going for what? VI roles where packages task. Inside that I'm creating something called main.yml something. Okay, or else you can call it as whichever you want to. Okay, main.yml. Okay, let's write a playbook. Dash dash dash. I1 name. Installing. Installing what? Packages. Next. Generally we write here host, but here host should come in the main playbook. This is subchildren child playbook, so does it require host here? Understood the concept? Yeah, not yeah. Tell me using loop module. Do you remember? Name is equal to here I put here item. What's that? Item. And then state is equal to present. Here with items, but I'm telling you there is another concept called loop. See that? We can use loop also. Loop. Inside this, which one? Git tree will install, Docker will install, and then Maven will install. That's it. I created a separate playbook to install only packages. Module wise, separately packages, separately web server, separately user, separately. Instead of putting everything in one bloody playbook, what I'm doing now, I'm just dividing into multiple directories. And whichever the role I want, I can go and call that role. Okay, let's see. So okay, let's go and create users. What's the command? Vi rows users task. Here also main dot dash 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 hyphen name creating what users. And here user. Here also I'll go with the loops concept. What here? Item state is equal to present. Okay, I use the loop. No, here I go with what? With underscore items. You can use anything. I'm just showing the variances here. With items. Next, which one? What are the users? Subhash. I'm creating multiple users. Sid. Sumalika. You are using same name, sir. Yes. Can you use the same name or not? Main.yml. That is different directory. This is different directory. No, we can use the same name. It's okay. You want to change it? Change it. No issues. Okay. So Sumalika. Next, Dinesh. Okay. Shami saying, yeah, sir. Thank you. Okay. So fine. So I wrote this. Save it. What else we have completed now? Packages, users. Next one we go with. Okay, tell me. Vi roles web servers task main.yml. Here. Name installing web server. Here. Tell me you. Name is equal to HTTP state is equal to present. Start it. Name starting web server. Service. Name is equal to HTTP state is equal to save it. See the ones. Understand? Now that is individual directory playbooks I created. Now let's create a master playbook. Which one? Can I create in the directories or here itself? Here itself, right? So we don't need to go inside the directories. I'll create here itself directly. So what is the concept? Vi master.y. You can give any names. Okay, here next. Dash dash dash. Name. I call it as role playbook. Next. Yes. Now here it should get host. Here we need to mention as roles. Now tell me which roles that you need to execute. Your wish. Tell me which role. Packages. PK GS. Next. User. Next. Which role? That's it. Now you understood. Now you understood. Samalika and everyone online. Now I don't want to run packages. Can I remove or not? It's just like in programming we call it as function. Write the functions. Call whichever the function that you want. But here we're using YAML, no? So I don't want to make you to feel that you're learning coding here. For that reason, I'm just going other way around and then telling you. So these are those concepts. Clear? Online is this clear? Yeah. Sumalika, yes, you can do tags also. I told you. Remember, one topic I'll tell you different scenarios. Can you use tags also? You can use tags also and then install whichever. But all the tasks you are written in the one single playbook. And in that single playbook, you can use tags and then you can use the tags argument and then pass it. But here, I'm going directory based structure. Say that. Sumalika, what is this here? Directory based structure. So create the directories, how many directories that you want, create a roles and give the role name and then create a directories and call it. You can use tags also here, yeah. Not required. Got it? So it's a directory based structure. Let's go and save it. And which one you need to run the playbook now? Do I need to run the master or the child playbooks? Master, no, come tell me. Ansible hyphen playbook, which one? Master. I have clients already set up. How many clients are there? 4 clients are there already. So if I run it, so it will go and hit it or not? Let's see. Okay, so there is a find out error. Tell me what we need to do. Understood? No. Fantastic. So which one I write it? Master, and then here it is users. That's a correct now. Now let's done. So it's installing the packages one by one with the loops. See, with the rows, how many big things we can do. See, all the packages one by one it is installing on all the 4 machines. Right? And then slowly it will go and create the users for all the 4 machines. And it will install, see, one by one it is installing on all the hosts. Next it is installing on all the hosts. See? So this is very useful in the real time. So, and also, if you write only one playbook, you cannot reuse that playbook. But if you write a different, going with the roles concept, any playbook can call the role or not. It's not only one master at a time. Any playbook you can call that role. See here. Nice, no? Roles concept. So just wanted to give that topic also. See here. It's creating users. See, Subhash, see, in how many machines I have? 4 machines, right? Yeah, see. If you want to do it manually, it's a big work, right? So, starting web server, install, see, done, product. And this is the roles concept. Online, is this clear? Fantastic. Understand roles? So here, instead of now, what I need to do now, I need to uninstall. Simply, instead of present, put it as absent. But we need to do it for all the playbooks, right? So here, by using a cd command, we can do it, but I wrote a little bit nasty command for you. So that, okay, in how many places I need to change? Present to absent? 3 places. So I need to do it one by one or not? Instead of that, what we can do is, I found a command here, this, where it will say with me here. What is this here? Find where dot, it will search from the current directory, type, F meaning here file, not a directory. And do you remember exec command? So it's execute a command called sed command, right? And -i, and then it replace present to absent for all the files that you find inside the present directory. Nice command, no? Don't need to do it one by one. So replace everything in one shot. Yes. Okay. Close command. Okay, done, right? So now should I run the playbook again? What do you do now? Yes. So gathering facts and installing all these things one by one. So Malika, execute a command set on each file found, that is the /represent. /represent is end of the command, exe command. This /represent end of this exe command. Actually, this is a subcommand, right? Yeah. See guys, power of automation. Why you got these many errors? There is no service to start, so that's fine. Guys, is this clear here, Nana? Tell everyone online. Yes, it will stop. Simple as that. Ranjan, if there is no connection between the playbook and between the servers, obviously the playbooks will not run. And don't expect that kind of what you call internet connection errors in real time. In real time, you don't get it. But just in case if network fails something, obviously, because these are remote servers, no, you need a network. Fine. Yes, Chandan, correct. So run any playbook, run the roles. So here we created a roles, no? So we created a role 3. So what is the role name here? Package. What's the role name here? What's the role name here? Like this, can you create a number of roles here? And a number of roles can contain their own playbook or not? And you create a master file and then call the role whichever you want. Everyone clear? Online? Okay. So here, role I have created it manually or not? Role I have created it manually. Everyone listen carefully. Role I have created it manually here. So, and because directories also I have created it manually or not? Where did I create that in the root? Wherever I want, I created it. So now, let's say there is a concept called Ansible Galaxy. Say that. Louder. Say that again. Ansible Galaxy. Ansible role just now we learned. So we created the directories one by one and we use the roles concept. But whereas Ansible Galaxy is like a repository somewhere in the internet, where it contains the pre-built Ansible roles. I created role here. Now I want to set up Tomcat. Tomcat also can use roles or not? For Tomcat also we need to use roles. So it's not that easy that Tomcat you just write it directly a playbook. I have a playbook also for that to set up Tomcat. But so if you want to use predefined roles for Tomcat or any other pack software, you can use Ansible Galaxy. Say that. Ansible Galaxy. So let's say for example, let's go here. Ansible Galaxy. If you see, go to Ansible Galaxy. Welcome to the Galaxy, is it? And then you want to use which software that you want to use, go for it. So let's say for example, I'm going for what? Tomcat. And then here what we have? Rows. So here. You see something called here Tomcat? Can you see? If you go inside it, this is the command for you. See the command? Ansible -Galaxy role install something. What is that? Something dot Tomcat. So if you run this command, what will happen? A role will be created for whom? Tomcat. Do I need to create a directory structure here? Automatically it create a n number of directory structure, whatever is required for the Tomcat. Additional thing. Predefined roles. Maybe if you're asking predefined roles. Okay, is it clear, guys? Should we go and set up this? No need to set up here. We just using Galaxy. People don't use much Galaxies, but thing is here I'm just showing how to create it. What particular? So do we need to create specific number of directories? No, Abhishek, you see the magic here now. So do we need to create a directory for the Tomcat? No. So here in your case, I just created the directories manually for you to show how the roles works. Now when I use Galaxy here, automatically create the directories or not? Okay, the question here is, in real time use Galaxy, Ranjit, possibility is there because that's the reason why I'm showing you everything here. Otherwise I can simply say that I can skip the topic. But I want you guys to learn everything. So Malika, wait and see. Okay. So generally, whenever you run the command, which command? This command, copy and paste it. If you run this command here, directories will get created automatically or not? But the question is where? But the question is here, where? So it will. So I'm not running the command. It will create it in the root. where I'm now in the root only, right? If you go back in the root, ls minus al. Do you see this dot ansible hidden directory? It will create a directory inside this, where slash root slash dot ansible. You go inside this dot ansible. It will create here. What is the default structure? What is the default? So by default, this role installation will be created under this. Say that slash root dot ansible slash roles. All the structure will be created here in the root. But is it good to create in the root? No, right? So what is the Ansible directory that we have? etc Ansible or not? etc Ansible or not? So now, if you don't want to create that in slash root, you can change that path. All the path information will be in some one configuration file. I told you one configuration file. Ansible.cfg. Louder. Say that. Where is that? Inside the etc Ansible. Where? vi slash etc slash Ansible slash which one? Ansible.cfg. Inside this, what is the thing that we are learning here? Roles, right? There will be something called roles somewhere here. We can search it also. So if you can search it, here. Role path is there. Is our role path? Insert, remove that command. Now roles will be created under where? etc Ansible roles. Now if you run that Ansible Galaxy role something .tomcat, right? So all the structure will be created under etc Ansible roles. Understood? Should I say this? Okay. Yeah. Where I'm now? Somewhere root. Okay, I go back. Okay, I'm here. Guys, here I'm somewhere in under root. Now what I do? I'll run the command. Which command? The kick command. This one. Copy karo. Paste maro. So if Ansible-Galaxy role install kick dot. If I say this, so now entire role structure will get created or not? Let's see. Done. Now where should I go to check it? CD where? etc Ansible. Now should I use tree? Do you see this? So for defaults, main.yaml. For handlers, main.yaml. For task, all these things. Jinja to templates separately. This. Right? Do you see this? So many vars, templates, everything. This is for what? Tomcat. Understood? So we are not going using it. I'm just showing. So how to download predefined rows from Ansible Galaxy. Is that clear? Online, is it clear here? No, sir. I want to create my own role. I want to create but I don't want to create it manually, directories. So if I do something here, role structure should get created. Directory structure. Yes. Say with me, Ansible Galaxy init and give the role name. Can I create a role name called Subhash? Subhash role. So if I create it here, role created successfully. If I see tree, this is Subhash role. Structure created here. What does structure contain? Default, that means master, files, handlers related, meta related, task related, templates, something called test, variables. Can you use this directory structure and develop your own roles? Getting it? Understood. So remember, one more you want to create. Create it, Dinesh. So tree. Now we have here Dinesh. Same. Okay. So now what we have learned on the roles. So we create, I show you how to create the roles manually by creating mkdir, and I'll give an example how the roles work. Right? You create a child YAML files and create a master file, master YAML, and then call the roles inside the master. Clear? Then another one which one I told you, Ansible Galaxy. Using Ansible Galaxy, go to internet, find out whichever the role that you want, and download and install it. That is one other one. And third one, how to create your own role with your own directory structure. So what's the command? Ansible Galaxy init and then role name. So if you want the directory structure, then go for it. Online, clear? Can you give a CC on this, please? Where? Nothing there. Finish. We need to write everything. I just gave a cat. Nothing here. Okay. I go to my root. Okay. All right. So that was on the roles and Galaxy concept. And now here, let's go with the concept called encryption. See that? Online, put in the chat. Ansible. We call it as Ansible-vault. See that? Ansible-vault. So let's say, for example, you have some playbook and you want to control that, or you want to encrypt it, or you have some file, username and password. You want to encrypt it or not? So using Ansible-vault, VAULT, you can encrypt the entire data of that particular playbook. Okay. Should we do it? Okay. So here, say with me. If you have any sensitive data also, you can encrypt it. Ansible-vault. Say that. Create some file. Can I call it a secret.txt file? So I'm having a secret file here. So you're creating using Ansible-vault. So Ansible-vault meaning here, this secret.txt file will be encrypted. Will be what? Encrypted. How? Enter it. It's asking for the password. I go in root 123. Remind me, okay? Root 123. Okay. Now, what is there inside it? Username. Subhash. Password. Subhash girlfriend. Okay. So save. Now I created, guys, I created a file using Ansible-vault. Now it's encrypted or not? If I do now ctcam, I want to see what is Subhash's girlfriend name. So now there's nothing wrong there. Secret. Cat. Oh, do you see that? Very big girlfriend name. 6132361. Right? Okay. Do you see this here? My entire file got encrypted or not? And it uses a concept called AES 256. Do you remember this? In AWS S3. AES to be advanced encryption standard. Facebook also using the same thing. Multiple companies are using the same, and our Ansible-vault also uses the same standard or same algorithm. AES 256. Advanced encryption standard 256 bit. So you understand that here? The file is encrypted. Can anyone see my file? Can anyone see the data here inside it? No one cannot see it. So now, if you want to change something, password, somebody said, sir, password spelling mistake. Oh, okay, let's go and change it. So what is that? Ansible, say that. Vault, edit, say that. Edit which file? He's asking for the password now. Vault is nothing but the locker, right? Root, 1, 2, 3. So password wrong something. Set. Okay. And then what? Save it. Understand now? Do you understand how to edit the file? You cannot do VI secret. You cannot do this. Online, clear? So if you want to change the password, you can change the password. We use a concept called rekey. Say that. Ansible hyphen, which one? Vault. And what is that? Rekey. Which one? Vault password is root 1, 2, 3. No, it is asking for new vault password. Root 1, 2, 3, 4. Rekey successful. That meaning you can change the password. So can you tell me what is the, and then if you want to see the content of the file, so is it possible to see cat? But if you want to see the content of the file, again, Ansible, what? Vault, view. Say that. Which one? Secret. And it is asking for the password. Root 1, 2, 3, 4. You see the data? So whenever you encrypt any file using Ansible Vault, you need to use only Ansible Vault commands to view it, to edit it, to change it. You want to do only use Ansible Vault. Let's say, for example, now I have a playbook, very important playbook. I don't want this playbook to run by any juniors. Can I encrypt it? And if they want to run any playbook also, it will ask for what? Password. Without knowing the password, can I run the playbook? No. We can restrict it also using this Vault concept. All I know, clear? Yes, hiding only. Yeah. Okay. Is it clear online? CC, please. To move to the next topic. Smoother. How about others online? Clear? Offline? Clear Vault? Okay. Now we have a concept called asynchronous and polling actions. Say that. Say that one more time. Asynchronous and then polling actions. So asynchronous meaning by default, Ansible run tasks synchronously, meaning it wait for each task to finish or not. First it will, if you install Git maven and all, first it will wait for Git to install. After that it will go to the maven. Yes or no? So finish before moving to the next one. However, let's assume first task one is running. It is taking a lot of time. Task 2 will be in the waiting period or not, but I don't want to wait. In that case, we can use the polling concept, asynchronous and then polling concept. So example, however, for long running tasks, example, software installation, backup, database updates, you can use what here? Asynchronous execution with polling to avoid the timeouts. For example, see, I'm giving one small example here. Name blah blah. Yeah. Host, ignore errors, fine. Task. Name is what? Sleeping. So I'm using a command module and I'm using what? Sleep 30. Sleeping, what will happen? No action, sleep just. So our cursor will be sleeping for how many seconds here? 30. And here, but you have put it here, asynchronous is what here? 20. What's that? 20. So asynchronous meaning time we set for task to complete. And this sleep task should complete within how many seconds? 20 seconds. But it is taking more or not? So whenever it is taking more, it will skip this task or not now. Now poll also, it will check if the task is completed or not every how many seconds? 10 seconds. Got the point? So if you want to handle like this, asynchronous poll, you can use it. Should we do this? Okay, let's quickly go. What is that? Async dot YAML. So see here, host all, and then what it's saying here, sleep name. So sleeping for how many seconds? 30 seconds. Asynchronous is 20. That meaning this task, this command, this task should get finished within how many seconds? 20. But it is going more than 20 or not. And then poll will go and check every 10 seconds and see after that what it's doing here. It is installing the Git. Let's see what it does now. Ansible, playbook, which one? Async. See here now. Now task, what is doing? It's sleeping for how many seconds? Sleeping for 30 seconds. But asynchronous is 20. That meaning it should finish within. Do you see? It got failed or not? Yes or no? So what happens here? Do you see? Exactly. It will monitor every 20 seconds. See what it says. Pattern change for asynchronous task did not complete within the requested time. What's the requested time for us here? 20. So as this task is not completed within the 20 seconds, that means it has skipped that task. And went for next task or not? Next task is for what here? Installing it. So got it online and Somali coordination, everyone. Polling, it will check every 10 seconds the task is completed or not. The first task is sleep only here. Chandan, the first task is sleeping here. Okay, this is a task or not? This is a task. What is the task here? Oh, Somali, that's an example I'm saying. Why sleep 30 seconds meaning? Guys, this is okay, let's say for example, yes, so you're able to understand. See, why I put here sleep 30, that's an example I'm putting it. Let's say you're installing Windows Update here, or installing Maven. Installing Maven. Maven is taking within few seconds. But in real time, if you have some task which is taking more time, is it good to wait? So mention asynchronous, saying that, hey Babu, this task, whatever it is, I'm just putting a simple command called sleep. So this task should get completed within 20 seconds. If not, skip it, go to the next task. And this task is happening or not. Every 10 seconds, the poll will go and check the task is completed every 10 seconds or not. No, skip it completely, ignore. It will completely ignore. So I'm just going here and then, yes, correct. Here I call it as what here? Absolutely. Every 10 seconds, it will go and check whether the task is completed or not. And asynchronous will help us to complete within 20 seconds. See, it's completely ignoring here. And then it got changed. So Git is uninstalled now here. So this is also one small real-time example that I thought to give you. So just in case in real time, if someone asks, hey, there is a task where it is taking a long time, I don't want to wait, I want to go to the next thing. So in that case, you go with asynchronous and then poll. All clear enough? Asynchronous kind of controls you only. So yes, simple bank token system. Yeah, kind of. Okay, so these are all the miscellaneous things that I have told you today. So today now, now let's go to the next kind of mini project. Was it here now? Mini project, little bit. So I'll tell you explain the project, and then we'll go to another one big project here. Should we extend some time today? We'll finish it. Okay. So before I go to the mini project here, I'll explain the concept here is I have any of the client machines or not. I have the client machines. You need to tell me how to write the playbook here now. Install HTTP, start the service, and then there is a repository in my GitHub. There is a repository in my GitHub front end code. There is a front end code. Amazon website. Front end code is there. I want that code to be deployed in Apache. This is the project, mini project. I'm repeating the again. Okay. Project is in all the client machines, automatically Apache should be installed. You know how to do that. Let's break it. You know how to start the service. Okay. Now, new thing here is I have a Git repository URL. In the playbook, you mention the Git repository, it will download it. And to download, I want to put it in what is the default directory for Apache? var www HTML. Whatever the code that I have copied in the repository should be placed into the var www HTML. If I place it into var www HTML, automatically my website is up or not? Let's do one thing. See. Let's go with mini project.yaml. Okay. There are a few things that you don't know. Let's go and do it. Go for hyphen name. I call it as what? Mini project. Next, host. You want all or okay, dev or prod, whichever you can mention it. And next here is task. Name. Installing what? Installing Apache. Command. M. Name is equal to HTTPD. State is equal to. Next, start the service. Starting Apache. Service. Name. HTTPD. State is equal to. Started. Okay. Here, I'm saying to check out from the or copy the code from the Git. So in order to do that, we need to install Git first of all or not? So what's the command to install? Installing Git. M. Name is equal to Git. State is equal to present. Nice. Now, I call it as Git checkout. Okay. Here. There is a module called Git itself. What's that? There's a module called Git. And here we need to mention the repo name. What's that? Repo name. So let's take a repo from my GitHub. There is a repo called Amazon. Okay. Do you see this here? Amazon. Let's take this repository. So it has some copy this. Paste it down here. And then where it should get copied? Var. That's it. That's it. See this playbook once. If I run it, what will happen? Amazon website will be deployed on all my client machines or not? Yeah. Got it, Dinesh? Very good. See this playbook once. You can do that also. Clear, guys? Playbook is clear. What is the module that we use here? Git. Okay, let's see. Should be done. Ansible, playbook, any project. Installing Apache on all the machines. Starting the service and installing the Git on all the 4 machines. Git checkout is happening. Done. That meaning on all the client machines now, Amazon website is up and running. Let's see. Take any of the IP address and then put it. Amazon website is deployed. You see? You to see the syntax, Rajesh. Got it? Deployed? So yes or no? Simple. No. Apache. We installed what here? Apache. Online clear, everyone? How to remove? Here I put what? Absent. Here can I also put ignore errors is equal to yes or true? Yes, you can do it if you want. And then here also absent. Sir, so in Ansible we can do small projects, not like Jenkins big project. Hold on. You don't want all these things. Okay. So now let's go with the project. Okay, but is this clear, everyone? Super, no? All good? Online? Okay. So what I want here is yeah. Okay. So somewhere I have see this diagram and try to analyze and tell me what it's doing. I'll tell you. You know this already, yes or no? So from GitHub you get it. We have a Jenkins here and SonarQube Nexus. I'll not be doing SonarQube Nexus because you have already done it. If you want, you can integrate with it. So what I do here is, in our Ansible master server, I'll install Jenkins. What I have here, what I have, Jenkins and Ansible both are on the same machine. Now, Jenkins, we know we write a Jenkins pipeline to automate the things. Okay, it takes the code from the GitHub and we'll build it and it will create a war file. Okay, now you know this. What we are doing is, using Ansible, I am installing Tomcat on all the client machines. Generally, Tomcat will set up manually or not. Tomcat, what we did, we set up manually. But what different I'm doing for you here is, I'm writing Ansible playbook. If you go to ChatGPT, playbook will be readily available. We don't need to write it. So we have the Ansible playbook here to set up to install Tomcat on all the machines. Our Maven has already generated the war file or not, and we'll write a playbook to take that war file and put it into the Tomcat, and our website will be deployed or not. And in between, we can do the SonarQube Nexus. We can integrate from Jenkins how to do it. But here, what I'll be showing you here is, anyways, we'll install Jenkins. What I'll show you, how to set up Tomcat using Ansible. And then we'll write a playbook to set up Tomcat here. And also we'll write a playbook to take the war file here from Jenkins, war file, and then we'll place that in all the 3 machines. That is one approach I'll show you. Another approach here is, we will write a Jenkins pipeline to run the playbooks automatically. I'll show you manually. I'll show you automatically also through pipelines. Try to understand the project. Online. Nice, no? See how I'm integrating. We pay full masala and spicy, right? Sumalika is asking, who will create war here? Myself. Maven only, no, Sumalika. We know this, right? Who will create a war file? Maven. We'll write a playbook first. We'll write a Jenkins file. Pipeline pass, pipeline agent, stages, step, Maven compiler, Maven tester, Maven clean package. When we run the pipeline, war file will be generated or not? And then that is one part. Second part here is, we'll go and write an Ansible playbook to set up Tomcat, to install Tomcat on all the machines. Once you run the playbook, Tomcat setup will be done. And then, if you remember in Tomcat, we need to change 2 files. Can you tell me what are the 2 files? File names. What are the 2 file names that you change when you're setting the Tomcat? One is Tomcat users.xml, another context.xml, right? Okay, if you don't have that idea, then I don't want to do this project now. No, not good. Because I want you to have that. What you do is, today, practice whatever that I've taught you today. Actually, I should finish the project now, but I'm skipping for you. What I want you to do is, practice today's topics and please set up Tomcat by yourself tomorrow. As a plan. You have already done Tomcat, right? So launch one EC2 instance, right? And then set up Tomcat and then integrate the Tomcat to Jenkins. This is a task for you. And what will happen with this is, tomorrow, if I'm talking about the Tomcat, then you can easily understand, yes, there is a file, we need to change that, we need to change this, we need to modify that, modify this. So without knowing those details, if I teach you the project here, it will be like not good. Okay? Will you set it up? So take the screenshot of this project and try to analyze this, and tomorrow we'll do it. No hurry, nothing.